Students, faculty, and alumni had the option to donate to the area of their choice. Donations, challenges, and incentives helped gifts go even further. The campaign ended last night, but you can still make a gift to support what you love by visiting www.ucffoundation.org/dayofgiving.
UCF faculty members are conducting research to learn more about homeless college students. This is the first step in finding solutions to help this community. Reporter Christina Diaz spoke with one student about where she lives and what she hopes to do in the future.
These are my UCF stickers, which I'm really proud of.
Dawn Livermore isn't a traditional UCF student. She lives in a tent in the woods of a
Hey you guys, welcome back to another episode of The Expansion Pack. Today we're facing off in a completely serious academic debate. We're taking on the topic of new cartoons versus old cartoons. Me and Ryan are team new cartoons, whereas Eric and Ty are old cartoons, and they're gonna go first and tell us why they're wrong. Go ahead guys, take it off.
Okay.
Well,
he's ready for a debate.
All right then, well.
You have the floor first?
Sure thing. I'm ready to go Randy Savage on these idiots.
Sounds good.
Look here, folks. Shh, you shush. Look here, folks. Looney Tunes. That's the one show that you need that defines cartoons at their prime. Genius humor, slapstick, the classic gags. You can tune into the middle of any one of those episodes and you get the joke. Why? Because these characters have been around for almost a whole century. Like, who doesn't know Bugs Bunny? Who doesn't know Taz? Who doesn't know Marvin the Martian?
Marvin.
Like, yes, the jokes all play out the same, but it all matters on how they're played out. That is the brilliant way of the Looney Tunes. On top of that, you had Hanna-Barbera, who knew how to make cartoons for cheap while also making sure the quality didn't suffer.
Yogi Bear.
Yogi Bear, the Jetsons, Flintstones. Again, all of these are classics. Plus, here's my trump card now, all right? SpongeBob. 1999, right before the turn of the millennium. And while I'll admit the show sucks today, doesn't matter, because the old episodes.
I mean, I'll give you that with the old episodes. I'll give you that.
Eric, take it away, my buddy.
I mean,
I just won this for us.
My only biggest thing is mostly just outside of the older cartoons. If you want to go like full on our age group, gotta talk about Batman. Like, not just like any of the other Batmans, like the new stuff. I'm talking about Batman, the animated series from the 90s.
And Superman, the animated series.
But mostly Batman.
Mostly
because we love Batman. We love Batman. But, like, if you want to talk about that particular show, let's just talk about the fact that for a show made at that time period when everybody was trying so hard to be kid-friendly, it was very kind of neat and cool that a show based on one of the most serious characters of comic books decided to take the audience that was watching it just as seriously.
It didn't treat us children like idiots.
That is true. It actually made sure that when there was a plot point and then there was a story arc, they made you want to pay attention. They made you want to actually care about the characters, what they were going on, and hell, they had like the best lineup of cast of characters. You had Batman, you had Alfred. I mean, just because it's Batman doesn't mean that you can't love it anyways, even if it's animated.
Treat us like adults, not like we want toilet humor all the time. We are smarter.
True.
What are they hiding?
I don't think they're hiding anything. I just think that a lot of people like fart jokes now.
I guess so. I mean, you have Teen Titans Go. You have
What's
Dirt Girls World.
Dirt Girls World?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that is new, isn't it?
Absolutely ugly. New cartoons are all about, oh, it's so pretty. Oh, it's so sharp. Look how detailed it is.
The story's kind of gone. The story's all gone.
What about handwritten animation, hand-drawn? Where's the artistic integrity today? If it's all perfect. I'm out.
Doesn't have to be perfect. Just has to be well done. Not like a medium rare steak. Has to be well done.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say that argument's pretty dead.
That's pretty bad.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and cut away. Last week we played a game of Pictionary, aka Cartoon Dictionary, in order to find out how well we know animation.
We don't.
Well,
They really don't.
let's go ahead and see how well that went.
Folks, I'm a big fan of the tunes. I mean, I got this really cool Toon Squad shirt that I'm wearing for the episode. So instead of doing trivia, we're going to be playing a drawing game about cartoons. The rules are simple. Each round, one of the guys will select one of 3 cards. Each card has a cartoon character for them to draw. The other 2 will have to guess what that character is. If they win 3 rounds, the dudes get a mystery prize. And it's going to be from one of my personal belongings, unfortunately. Why am I not playing, though? Because I'm a god at drawing. Maybe. I'll let you be the judge of that. So, anyways, Nick, you'll be the first one to pick 1,
First
2,
blood.
or 3. The category is going to be comic strip characters.
Choose wisely, Nick.
Comic strip characters?
Yes.
Comic strip characters.
Oh, man.
Rochambeau, baby, let's do this.
All right, pop open
that's
that
gonna be
marker
hard.
because your timer starts right now.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Go. Oh. Wait?
Not even halfway through the character. 15 seconds left.
Oh God.
Remember the category.
Comic strip characters?
Yes.
Oh, is this a?
5,
Amelia
4,
Bedelia. Batman.
3, 2,
No,
1.
Nope.
Okay, it was Sally from Peanuts. This
Sally.
is
It's supposed to be Sally.
Wait,
I thought she was
that's
holding.
Lucy. Shoot. Okay.
You didn't even draw the right character.
I thought she was holding a hamburger.
This is gonna be a good
I thought it was.
episode
I thought it
versus
was
the
like
camera.
Like, there's a clear difference between Sally and Lucy.
I know, but I couldn't
Is
think
that
of, like,
yours?
Yes,
Are you
this
just
is
trying to
my
show off
own
now?
drawing.
My brain went to Lucy, and then I couldn't stop thinking about
It's okay.
Lucy, so I just had to draw Lucy instead.
All right, Eric, 4, 5, or 6. The category is Nickelodeon.
Okay. Let's go with number 5.
All right, cool.
Didn't see it.
You got your prompt? You ready?
I don't know who this is.
Well, then you're just gonna have to try your best.
No!
I can't choose a different one.
No.
Damn it.
Pop open a marker because your timer starts right now.
Eric, please, I want that prize.
I know, but I don't really know who
You can
this
do
is.
this Nickelodeon characters.
I never watched the show. I don't-
Man,
Ren and Stimpy.
No, I wish I could.
you have to guess the character.
Cosmo, Wanda, Danny
15
Phantom,
seconds.
Samantha,
And you got nothing on the board.
Tucker.
Tucker,
I know,
Tucker,
I got nothing.
Danny Fenton.
I know,
What's
right?
his sister's name?
Johnny Test. That's cartoon.
5, 4, 3, 2,
I don't-
1.
Oswald.
Bang.
I don't know who this.
How have you not seen The Fairly Odd Parents?
I know.
The character
was it-
was one Decimo Magnifico.
Oh, man.
Because I've never seen the show, so I'm like, I don't know who I picked.
Well, you probably would have thought he was sexy had you seen him.
Yeah, he's like a good looking.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got,
I mean, he is
he's
a
got
pretty
the
decent looking
biceps
fairy.
and everything.
Like I felt like it was one of the fairies, but I'm like, I don't know who this is. I'm like, I'm lost, guys. You're on
Good
your
Lord,
own.
man, you gotta get on Hulu right now and start watching that.
Look, I already have Gravity Falls to watch. Regular show, like
Love Gravity Falls.
Well, Ryan, 7, 8, or 9.
we got 3 more
Category
chances.
is Cartoon Network
All right,
shows.
well, you chose the one on the left. You chose the middle, so I believe in the heart of the card, so I got to go with the one on the right.
Okay, and you got Cartoon Network
That's
characters.
not how the Force works.
I have no idea what this is.
Dang it! What are these characters, man?
Like,
All right, Ryan, you got your.
I've never even heard of this show.
Over
Well,
the
then
garden
you
wall.
must have been living under a rock. Pop
What it-
that marker because your timer starts right now.
Total Drama Island.
I mean,
You guys
so
came
unfair,
in
man.
unprepared.
No, we just know these shows, man. Who?
The Adventures of Gumball? Flapjack. The Emoji Movie.
You got 10 seconds left.
Wait a minute. What?
5,
We
4,
Bare Bears.
3, 2, 1,
Yertle the Turtle.
0.
Oh man, it's a son with a bong. I don't know.
This show was on so much. Class of
what-
3000. How have none of you? How have you
Oh,
not
it's
heard of
Sunny Bridges?
She's holding a bridge. Like that's.
Oh, I know what Sunny Bridges.
Voiced by Andre 3000.
Yeah, that was a great show.
I've
like,
never
that
heard of
was-
that.
It's okay.
It was so short-lived, but it was such a good show, and it was on almost all the time.
It was pretty good.
God.
It was
not
kind of
gonna-
like it was a musical show.
We're not going to win our prize, guys.
No,
might not
you
win.
are not.
Right, your turn.
Like-
Yes, we are.
We can
Team-
Tell you
That's
what,
right.
I will give you guys an easy way out. One victory. That's all it takes. One victory, and you get your mystery prize. Okay, Nick, pick
And
10,
all we
11,
need
or
is one.
12.
All we need
What's
is
the category?
The category is Hanna-Barbera.
Okay.
So basically, Yogi Bear, Flintstones, Jetsons, Scooby-Doo.
Oh, okay, great.
So if it's anybody, hopefully it's somebody we know. Damn it!
You have no hope, guys.
Oh my
right.
God!
Your timer starts right now.
You got this, bro.
Okay, just give us anything.
Marvin the Martian. Daffy Duck.
What? Huh?
What?
What?
10 seconds left.
A pizza? What? What am I supposed to get from that?
An acorn?
3,
Uh,
2, 1.
the Flintstones?
Bang. What were you drawing?
Okay, so we got Huckleberry Hound.
Yes,
Huckleberry
Huckleberry Hound is the correct
Oh.
answer.
What is the correct
Strawberry.
answer? It was Huckleberry.
This was going
Yeah.
to be a dog.
I thought that was.
But you didn't even draw the character.
Because I know who the character is.
Like I was
You
thinking,
draw
like
the character.
I don't know who the character is.
All right,
Aw,
well,
man.
you guys failed miserably. I cannot believe that, so
oh man.
I guess you'll find out what you could have won at the end of the episode. We'll be right back with more of
could
the
you?
expansion pack right after this. I'm going to go cry in a corner because I seem to be the only one who knows cartoons.
I'll give
so
you $50 for that prize.
We'll be right back.
Sports? Do you like reading about sports? Then we got a sports blog just for you. Stay on my peripherals. That's not fun. Hitting the field.
The first student-run sports blog.
For sports fans.
By sports fans.
See, it's all about the product shot.
Where do you want me to stand?
Don't talk though. I want them to see the whole.
Hitting the field. We cover football. We cover basketball. And so much more.
He's out. By sports reporters and Meech.
What up? Watch the show and read the sports blog. Hitting
the field.
Today, when you have multiple devices at your fingertips, wouldn't it be great if you could run the software you need on all of them? Well, now you can. UCF Apps is a new and innovative way for you to access the applications that you need to get your coursework done from any PC, Mac, tablet, or smartphone. For more information or to give your input on UCF Apps, go to apps.ucf.edu. What are you waiting for? Start using UCF Apps today.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the expansion pack. So as you can tell, everybody failed absolutely terribly. Worst game I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
From all of you.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
And now
just a little
That was
harder.
awful.
And now we can see Ryan and Nick fail miserably at their side of the debate because apparently newer cartoons are all the rage.
Let's go, son.
All right. Are we doing this?
We're doing this.
We're doing this? All right.
Go.
I'm going to start out with talking about your heavy hitter, your homeboy Looney Tunes, because while Looney Tunes was the origin of a lot of major cartoons, you called its humor genius, and you literally said yourself, all the jokes have the same setup. No matter how they get to the joke, if the punchline's the same, it's not really creative
Formulaic.
or funny. It's formulaic, exactly. It doesn't, there's
Says
no...
the fart jokes.
Okay, we'll get to that, don't worry. We will get to the...
We're going to address it.
Well, we've got everything on the docket. But yeah, no, Looney Tunes doesn't really bring anything of substance to the table. And that's the tea on that, sis.
To go ahead and add on to that, Looney Tunes teaches tasteless violence to children for no reason whatsoever. Yeah, somebody gets stabbed with like 1,000 nails, and you're telling me that's funny? I don't think so.
9 out of 10 scientists agree.
What's the difference between that to new cartoons?
Plus genius Mel
Hang on,
Brooks.
this is my time. First of all,
We have our 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
also, the reason you're wearing real D glasses is because your arguments are so one-dimensional. So you can calm yourself down, Mr. SpongeBob.
Got him. Speaking of SpongeBob, you literally had to like make it a stretch to get SpongeBob in there. You're like, oh, well, it was technically aired in 1999, but the majority of its run was after the year 2000, so what does it like actually matter?
99% of SpongeBob is in post-2000, so yeah, that went down the toilet.
All right, so enough talking about the old cartoons. Let's talk about the new cartoons, the post-2000s era of animation. First thing I want to bring up is the miniseries Over the Garden Wall, which is probably one of the best pieces of Western animated media like ever produced.
Something that didn't last more than one full standard season.
You know why? Do you know why it only lasted one standard season? Because it was written,
they had no other ideas.
With an ending. It was written with an ending in mind. It had a story that it wanted to tell, and it got there. It didn't try to extend itself out longer than it needed to be. It only had its message that it wanted to portray, and then it was done. They moved on to other projects.
But Over the Garden Wall is something that a lot of people haven't still seen. What else you got?
Oh, easy.
We got Samurai Jack. And while, yes, he does fight, and yes, it is violent, it comes with a purpose. It is meant for as an action show for audiences that span across all ages. Children to be able to bond with their adults and otherwise. And he also teaches honor and justice. So we got that going down. Speaking of justice, we've also got the Justice League, taking one of the greatest superhero groups ever.
And one of the worst movies of 2017.
Yeah, that was because you compare it to The Amazing Show.
That's true.
Yo, but the show did become a spin-off off of the Batman animated series.
The Batman animated series, which like
and Superman animated series.
That's valid. We haven't even gotten to like the adult cartoon medium that's been burgeoning since the 2000s. Things like Archer,
Family Guy. Yeah, I mean, it's had its run.
You had Family Guy, huh?
Okay.
We've got plenty of examples that we haven't even gotten to.
Yeah, but we can hold off for a minute there. Just for a minute, guys.
I won.
All right, everyone. Well, in order to educate these folks about what real animation is, me and Ty actually put on something together about the history of cartoons. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Hope you enjoy.
Yeah, you would know about old cartoons, history.
From the expansion pack. Since this is the animation episode, I'm here to give you a brief overview of the history of animation. The first evidence of animation came in 1845, when a thaumatrope came into existence. This device was just a two-sided disc that made a short animation when spun. Then came the flipbook, the prawns. You know, let's skip the last one. But those aren't important right now. So let's skip ahead to the beginning of traditional animation. The first example came from Zenas Windsor McKay, who made Gertie the dinosaur. She ate rocks and stuff. In 1914, Earl Hurd of Bray Studios patented the cell technique. This involved moving objects on a transparent celluloid sheet. Bray Studios went on to make Colonel He's a Liar. This was the first animated series and was based off of Teddy Roosevelt. It wouldn't be until 1920 that cartoons began to be merchandised and seen on a household scale when Pat Sullivan and Otto Mesmer created Felix the Cat. Brothers Max and David Fleischer founded Inkwell Studios in 1921. This was the studio that created such classics as Coco the Clown, Betty Boop, and of course, Popeye. The brothers began their career with the use of rotoscope, which is when you take film and trace over it frame by frame. As their careers began to take off, they started implementing more fluid and experimental animation styles, but rotoscope remained very prevalent in their work. As their careers went on, the brothers would begin to see intense competition. In 1923, a man would rise from the ashes of the bankrupt Laugh-O-Gram company. This man was none other than Walt Disney. You-Know-Who began his career with live-action Alice in Wonderland-inspired shorts featuring animated elements. And no, it's not the Alice in Wonderland you're thinking of. But his first commercial success was Steamboat Willie, which would evolve into Mickey Mouse. This marked the beginning of He Who Must Not Be Named's career, who would go on to create and innovate new techniques to improve upon animation. Hanna-Barbera was another important pioneer of household animation and wasn't formed until 1957. The studio profited off of Saturday morning cartoons, creating such classics as Scooby-Doo, The Flintstones, The Jetsons, Tom and Jerry, and many, many others. The company would remain a staple of animation until the early 90s when it was bought by Turner Broadcasting Systems for the formation of a new channel, Cartoon Network. This was the first television network to play cartoons 24/7. Cartoon Network remains extremely popular to this day, and classic cartoons can still be viewed on its sister network, Boomerang. Now let's skip ahead to 1995, when Pixar made the first completely CGI animated film, Toy Story. Pixar was started by Lucasfilm, with massive funding from Apple, who eventually sold it to You-Know-Who's company. Wait a minute. Don't use that one. Okay, you know you can't use that one either. Perfect. Sold. Well, that's all the time we have for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Take care. Oh, and let's not forget, thanks, Ty.
Do you like sports? Do you like reading about sports? Then we got a sports blog just for you. Stay on my peripherals. That's not far. Hitting the field.
The first student-run sports blog.
For sports fans.
By sports fans.
See, it's all about the product shot.
Where do you want me to stand?
Don't talk though, I want them to see the hole.
Hitting the field. We cover football. We cover basketball. And so much more.
He's out! By sports reporters. And Meech.
What up? Watch the show and read the sports blog. Hitting.
Field!
Today, when you have multiple devices at your fingertips, wouldn't it be great if you could run the software you need on all of them? Well, now you can. UCF Apps is a new and innovative way for you to access the applications that you need to get your coursework done from any PC, Mac, tablet, or smartphone. For more information or to give your input on UCF Apps, go to apps.ucf.edu. What are you waiting for? Start using UCF Apps today.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that video. Okay, guys, last round. This is the last chance for us to get our points across between the old versus new debate. So whatever else you got to say, just get right on it. Let's start with you, Nick. What do you got to say?
All right, so as an art form, animation should be used to tell stories that can only be told through that medium. I don't think that there's any example of older cartoons doing this better than current cartoons like Gravity Falls or Over the Garden Wall.
Okay.
All right. Ryan?
And you know what? I'll add on to that. Nowadays, we have such a creative environment that really inspires artists, and we have such an influx of works to come through that, yeah, we may have a couple of crappy things, but you know what? We have so many great things that have been thrown out there that it totally outnumbers whatever went on back then. Also, Ty hates animals.
Yeah, that too.
Well, I'd say I've made a solid argument, and to me, if you can't draw to save your life, you don't know anything about cartoons, as evident by that Pictionary game.
I mean,
then half your team doesn't know anything about cartoons.
Hey, I find that offensive.
At least it's half.
Valid, yeah.
And besides, you guys could have won something pretty cool too.
Oh,
which is like what?
Mystery prize?
You know
us
it.
the mystery prize.
How?
Wait, you have this?
That's like
Oh my.
48 boxes of Super Mario cereal,
I
36 of them having
How
the amiibos.
in the world am I supposed to get rid of all of this?
You
How?
could just
give it.
Yeah, I mean.
We could take it.
No,
take
because
it.
you
We could
didn't
take
win.
We can take
Well, I mean,
Oh, come on.
Now I'm gonna have to like force feed this to my dog or something.
No,
So
hold
thanks
on.
for
I hate
nothing.
that.
You know for a
I hate
fact that your
science.
dog doesn't
I thought
want
you
it.
hated
We
animals.
want
He
it.
does.
I mean, you
We
want, look,
demand the cereal.
I will pay you $48,000 for that cereal.
50.
Look,
I got $6.
for the illustrative skills that you have failed to display, no amount of money from you is worth anything.
It's okay, Ryan.
I hang my head in shame.
I am the only cartoonist on this whole cast.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say couch, and that would have been kind of funny, because
Right?
yeah.
But
What are your closing points? You guys didn't even talk about them.
You guys are wrong. Looney Tunes reigns supreme, even if it had a few bad spin-offs.
despite the fact that, you know, you were right about some of the old cartoons, they had to have gotten inspiration from something, and that goes back to us. No matter what, everything will always have inspiration from something else. And new cartoons may have their points, maybe not, but we started it first, and that's all that matters.
Said like any hipster.
Animation is good. At the end of the day, we're all a fan of everything. Except
Well
for, like,
respected.
yeah, except for...
We all just know that I'm the right one.
Yeah, Ty's the right one.
Yeah.
So, anything for next week?
Oh yeah. Well, it is October, so we can't exactly run a show without doing our own Halloween special. So
Spookoween.
I know, I'm ready.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so excited.
It's going to be twice as good as the Sweet Life Halloween special, guaranteed.
Remember, don't drink milk because it only makes your skeleton stronger.
and beware of razor blades baked into chocolate, because that's for some reason a thing still.
Yeah, people do it.
Watch your kids, guys.
The thing now is make sure your kids don't eat the edibles that are hidden in their candy bags.
Because they're going to want to be given away
that
for
is
free.
a thing, isn't it?
Oh, but we do have a pretty good Halloween special planned. There's a cosplay contest with a bunch of people from the local area.
Oh, true. Nice.
And then instead of playing a game, I'm going to have us play a bunch of scary games. Spooky. Scary. Unfortunately, our producer hates fun, so he said no Five Nights at Freddy's. So
that's right.
Ooh, you know everybody wants us to do Five Nights at Freddy's. You know.
I know I do.
I can do the big old fake PewDiePie reactions like, oh my god! I don't know. I'm not really good.
It's like,
yeah, like that.
Or he goes, oh my bro fist.
Okay, everybody. Today we're going to be playing Slender.
Slender. I kind of look like that, man. That's unfortunate.
Well, then that means one of us needs to be Markiplier and wear the pink mustache.
Hey,
hello, everybody. My name is
Markiplier. And today we're going to be playing Big Steam.
I think realistically, if we're going to do any sort of costume on the next show, we got to do it right. All in drag. Let's go.
All in drag. I'll do drag.
Why do I feel like I'm the only one who's not on board with this?
I've got a costume.
I have a costume.
All right.
That
All right,
you all
everybody.
are going to want to see.
We're going to finish this all up and see you guys next week to celebrate Spooktober. See y'all next time.
Scary.
Happy Spookoween.
Yeah, that.
Definitely. My leg. Is that you, Grandma?
Land.
If they do this 40 to 50 acre project, what's to stop them from developing more of our land?
Gopher tortoises are a keystone species with hundreds of other animals relying on them for survival, meaning the addition of a solar farm on campus